Welcome back. We are in conversation with the Chairman and Managing Director of Irctc, Dr. A.K. Manocha. Dr. Manocha, before we went on break, you talked about prospects in redevelopment of stations. What is it that you're currently looking at, and are you not happy with what you're doing at this point?
No, I'm not.
Okay. That's an honest answer, I must say.
For me, you see, a big project gives you a lot of opportunities to try your innovations. And my vision is to go for at least maybe 50 or 100 stations to redevelop. Of course, I can't touch a station like New Delhi unless we have a big people. But you need, I feel that as a country, our outputs are way below our expectations, country's aspiration, and they're not even 1/1,000,000th of our potential. And Mumbai is one of the ideal places to do
Redevelopment?
Mumbai, any station development, any small station development, yeah. Okay. So I'd asked for it, I did some survey. Now I'm looking for partners who can deliver miracles in Mumbai area.
And where? Is there any places that you've identified in Bombay?
No, I mean, to take another 50 stations in a few days' time, I have no problem. We have been approached by reputed builders of international. Of course, one we are approaching on our own. We have been approached by big finance companies, huge institutions.
So you're not really happy with the current state of railways?
No, I'm happy. No, you see, happy means what? I feel that there is a huge potential.
Let's just say you're not satisfied.
We are at the bottom of the pyramid.
Okay, we're at the bottom of the pyramid. Not many people know that Irctc is one of the biggest e-commerce players in the country. You deal with what, 5.5 lakh ticketing passengers every day. What are the avenues that we're looking at here? What sort of revenues that you generate on daily basis?
Say every day we pay 65 crore as advance to railways.
Okay.
If it is a weekend, we pay 130 crores. If it is a 3-day vacation, it means 300 crores.
Okay.
This is transferred to bank. We had some problems in ticketing, so we enhanced the capacity, memory from, which used to be 2,400, we took it to 15,000. Beyond that, we are slightly reluctant because of 3 reasons.
Okay.
One reason is that if it becomes too fast, the tickets will vanish in few seconds. Right now, there are few minutes available to person to buy a ticket. We have put a check that you cannot buy a ticket through internet in less than 35 seconds. So 25 seconds for feeding your data and 10 seconds for this. Because we find a lot of complaints about people or agents or unauthorized, unscrupulous people manipulating the software.
Then are you taking some initiatives for that, sir?
We have taken huge initiatives, yes.
Elements?
We have taken huge initiatives. See, we have got our software certified by Certain, which is the most reputed group in the country to certify any IT site. It's a Government of India undertaking and the Department of Electronics that has certified our site to be safe.
Okay.
And they carry out several tests which are called vulnerability tests, penetration tests, say what are the sites we locate as vulnerable.
There were reports until a few months back of data theft, and that a huge number of passengers have lost their data to hackers. Are there any merits to these reports? Were you able to identify the hackers?
I'll put it the facts. You see, as far as we are concerned, we did not find a single hacking case. As far as data theft is considered, the data which we came across, that is data which is available in the market easily. Now, credit card data we don't take, we don't keep, we don't maintain, we don't want to maintain also.
Okay.
So as soon as you would go for bank data, the site takes you to the bank itself. We never found our working to be slow, which is an indication of hacking. So once it is linked to Aadhaar card, we have taken a lot of initiative. We are not allowed, you cannot buy a ticket before 35 seconds. So that's one check, so that but from counter you can purchase.
Absolutely.
But after 35 seconds, once it starts, it's thousands of people clamoring for the same seat. It's basically demand and supply issue. But then yes, we cannot allow unauthorized agents. We lodged the FIR. Some people were arrested. The case has been lodged. The case has been taken up with them. And then as and when we find anything going wrong, we take a drastic action.
Okay.
Even against agent, if he gets the money refunded, doesn't pass on, the penalties are very severe. Very few.
So you are exploring a lot of other avenues other than ticketing, for that matter. And you may just give Clear Trip and Make My Holiday a run for their money. How's the business doing as far as holiday packages is concerned?
You see, Make My Trip, I'll give you the story of Make My Trip of Mr. Deep Kalla, which he narrated about 2 months back. He said they came almost at the same time as Irctc came to the market, internet ticketing. We started with just 29 tickets and today we have grown almost a 500,000 fold. Then he said for 5 years they had to leave the country because the payment system was not established.
Okay.
People were not willing to accept that credibility. And the IRCTC has established the credibility so much that they came back, and now today they are one of the market leaders. And they use our site. Creative uses our site also. And we have got more than 33 banks who use our site. And we have got a huge tie-up with state governments and State Bank of India included, and other banks also.
Right. And you're also tying up with a lot of companies, be it BlaBlaCar. What are the other tie-ups that you're looking at, and how well are these tie-ups doing?
We are keen for tie-up with each and every person who can deliver us goods. So only thing, he has to meet our criteria. We have only one criteria. The growth should be explosive. So anybody who can meet this challenge and prove his worth is always welcome. Like I said, station redevelopment, we want, say, rail over bridge to be laid in a few days' time. Anybody who can meet this challenge is welcome.
All right.
But there's the toughest thing to make in Indian condition, for Indians, not the worldwide.
And we also heard that IRCTC is exploring an avenue to come up with an e-wallet.
We have been running e-wallet.
Okay.
We were charging 250 rupees. I reduced it to 50 rupees. And for 3 months we have made it to 0. We want people to come here. Registration has gone up several fold. Then we want to link up to Aadhaar card also.
Okay.
So we are bound by RBI regulations. But my dream is that each and every person through his bank or Jan Aadhaar or otherwise, it is linked to our system. So through voter card or this Aadhaar card. So once that is linked, I told you that I don't want anybody to even go for buying a ticket.
So let me then ask you, sir. Now I can now buy an air ticket from IRCTC website. I can book a hotel. I can book a car. How well is the business doing? You have such a big user base.
See, I want to go 1,000-fold.
Okay.
So it will take at least 1,000 days.
One area where we've seen a lot of transformation is catering. You've recently come up with e-catering. You've tied up with big giants to serve people food on demand from whichever restaurant they like. What's the demand like as far as e-catering is concerned?
See, when we launched this initially, for a few months we were stuck to just 50-60 meals a day. That was because a lot of restrictions were there. And as soon as our minister opened for 408 stations, A1, A and B class station and others, it has grown 55 times.
Okay.
We have already touched 6,000. Average is close to 4,000. But that is too small a figure. So 4,000 meals may look big for a private person. But for an entity like Indian Railways or IRCTC, it's just a load for 4 or 5 trains.
Right.
So we are running hundreds of trains every day, like I tell my people, and generally people take 3 to 4 cups of tea every day. So there are 2.5 crore people going on the train every day. So at least
so imagine
10 or 15% of reserved people.
Yeah,
so
imagine the number of cup of teas you can sell every day. Mr. Manocha, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.